I know my love standing, but I'll just have to accept the seats. I don't know why I'm getting a feedback. Must be my microphone. Okay. Good evening, everyone. For some of you, it's probably the first time. I forgot counting how many times I've been invited to this space. But probably today, you'll be meeting a version of me that you've not met. I'm ever evolving, like you heard. I don't limit myself. I haven't really fully lived the fullest, highest version of myself. So all of you are checking on each other today. What I'm going to share here, I'm checking on all of you to check on yourselves. We're going to unlock authentic communication. And for today, I'm bringing the awareness to each one of you, and I'm only going to use one key. Whenever you hear me referring to communication, communication is simply that experience and expression where people come into a common union to express and experience themselves from a common point. I know so many people refer to communication as just a medium for passing on information. It's actually the channel where we birth experiences and relationships. And for today, I'm going to focus on authentic.
Keep checking.
Can I? Yes. Authentic. Okay, so let's start from there. Rules of engagement. This is all I require of you to pay attention, because whatever you pay attention to, you are buying into to receive. Be here now. What do I mean by that? Some of you may be here, but your mind is playing a game, or when I get into the jam, so you can't be fully paying attention, and simply be present. When I mean present, I want you to remove any prepositions you have. Just be open, ready to receive. Only listen, we do not judge. So let's move on to authentic. Whenever you hear the word authentic, what comes to mind? It's going to be interactive, by the way. Yes, next one. It's going to be interactive. What comes to mind when you see that word or hear that word, authentic? You can see it's a seal, it's a stamp, it's a standard, it's, yes? Yes, original, yeah? Legit, Genuine, great. You guys you're lit. So, next. This is how I have chosen to continually show up in everything that I'm being, doing, and having. Being the original author of whatever I say or express and experience. Being genuine in who I am being and relating with others. And there is no photocopy of me. Period. How many times have you defined or expressed yourself to someone and say, I'm authentic, they are not being authentic? Have you used that statement in defining who you are?
Study regular.
Study regular. Okay, I'm going to give you experience why I understood that there's power in being authentic when you're communicating. The old me who you may have met a couple of times when I came here, when I would interact with someone and it didn't go my way, I would say they are not authentic, I'm authentic. So isn't that judging, dividing, conquering? Yep. And yet everybody is original, so who am I to say they are not authentic? Long story short, I have since come into this place to understand what being authentic being. It is consistent, it doesn't change, it's timeless, it's ever new now. Can we go to the next one? So in order for us to check in ourselves today, whether we are authentic or not, where are we speaking from? Where are we engaging from? Where are we experiencing and relating with others? You have to be self-aware now and always. Because that's the state of being you're always referring to people as, I'm being authentic. So we're going to break down what is being authentic. It's being who you originally were before you were born. Yes? Before you were born, you were pure presence. That's original. No copy. Genuine, undefined, unadulterated. The self is the individual. It's only unique to you. Not mommy, not daddy, not the color of the skin. And being in the place where you are constantly aware of that being of you. So we're going to do a quick exercise here to find out whether indeed we have been communing from authenticity, and if not, we've been inauthentic, and that's okay. Today the key we're opening is self-awareness to authenticity of our being. Because I'll testify here, when you're being authentic, life is easy. Communing, which you call in communication, comes easy without struggle. There's a state they call flow and ease, and there's a state they call hustle and chase. Let's go to the next. We're going to do an exercise. You have pieces of paper? If you don't, there's a big paper book there. I believe in tangible experience. I've been coming from a life where you can give everyone a piece of paper. Just give me mine. So I want you to divide your paper into half. Yeah, I'm not going to show you what I've drawn here, because we're going to check in on your state of being. Have you been showing up fully from the original self? Pure consciousness awareness that came with its own unique blueprint. By blueprint, I mean you came with abilities and talents that are only for you and not nobody else. It's a very simple exercise. What is your sense of being right now? What are you aware of yourself being? Your sense of image. Who do you know or you think? Because those are two states. Who do you think or who do you know you are being right now? This is checking on you. You know, in personal development, they talk about self-awareness, but I got a rude awakening when I was taken through this exercise by someone who is authentic so far, showing up in who they are being. And until you become aware that you have not shown up in your original blueprint, you can never speak from authenticity, power, and presence of your uniqueness. Each one of you here is unique. You can never have another's voice. You can never bring forth talents and abilities that were never yours. Because all that is communication. It's not just when we speak. So in the paper, just divide and say, this is who I am aware of being right now. You want me to give you examples? I can't, because it's you. Example of myself? I'll give it after, because if I do now, then I am letting you cheat. If there's nothing you can say about yourself, that also is an answer. Because it means you haven't been present in your presence, so you have not been authentic.
Totally, hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle is here.
So I'll give you time to do that. Like I said, it's interactive because I'm now in that space where I believe whatever I share, it's not about mentalizing and conceptualizing, but tangibly experiencing it. So right now, that's the first key I've given you, to check on yourself. Are you aware of who you are being right now?
Am I aware?
Being right now.
What is your sense of being right now? But I wrote it, the intention is self-awareness of being. Self-awareness of being, your own self-awareness. Who do you think or know? Those are two states, because there's one who thinks that's who they are, and there's one who knows that they are who they are.
So there are two parts.
No, one of those is your answers.
Okay.
I am speaking from I know who I am. Not I don't think, I believe, maybe. I am knowing it because I'm tangibly being it in every given role that I be in.
Is it a one sentence or one?
It can be one sentence.
Oh, one.
Or one word. Or no word.
And I'm not cheating from your computer.
Yes, you can't cheat. So this exercise is for the individual. And no one can speak for you but yourself. Then you'll understand why when you're not authentic, you commune from being inauthentic, and because of that you struggle, you hustle, and you get what you're getting, but the quality of expression and experience comes with a lot of struggle. So is there someone, two people who can share what they've written? Male and female? Gender balance? Okay, Bernard, that's okay.
I think, Mr. President, the sergeant is oppressing me.
What did you write?
I think when you ask, I think I'm handsome. Ask my wife.
That's a good answer. That's good.
And if you ask
And-
my wife and she said otherwise,
And it's genuine.
That's what you think.
Exactly. Brilliant. Someone else share?
I can offer to read people's things if they're shy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
If you're reading me, I'm
Please do share, because it will help you to arrive at what I'm trying to deliver to you, a key to become self-aware. So that if you...
It's the last one. I'm a smart, intelligent, and beautiful woman.
Wow.
Wow. Beautiful, intelligent, smart. Ooh.
Volunteers.
Future President Mercy.
That's what Mercy wants. I'm helping you, some of you who are shy. Her sense of being right now,
Mm.
and who she knows she is.
Mm.
A leader, a good leader, pays attention to detail, a good mother, and a good wife.
Okay.
Should we ask your husband?
Okay, you can give us one more person, then we move on to the next. If there's something from the high table here.
Injured soul by Ugandan thugs and very suspicious of all Ugandans. I think we shall stop working with you now. You're suspicious of us.
Okay, those are all brilliant answers, but you're speaking from whom you've experienced to be, which is good. And that's where I used to refer to myself. Let me share what I'd written. I had said I am a spouse, a wife, a mother, a Ugandan, the religion, age, my experience, employed, my health, my gender. That's what was my sense of being then. Because those are only roles that came out from my beingness. And the beingness I was holding is I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am, because all these roles I took on from who I was told to be. And I'll be honest with you, all the experiences I've had in these different roles, I have felt inauthentic, faking it. So I got to that point when I sat down with myself and said, truly, who is this being that I came to be, and what do I desire to experience in all these roles? I simply became, I am all possibility, limitless, that is passionate about. That's what was telling my story. So I found out, what was I passionate about? I was passionate about speaking, performing, traveling, teaching. Okay? So everything I do it from I desire, I'm passionate to be a speaker, I'm passionate. I don't limit myself to this. And ever since I did this, I am tangibly experiencing whatever I am holding myself to be. We can go to the next slide and maybe I'll share what I've written. I was going to ask you, what have you become aware after I shared mine? What have you become aware of for yourself that you've never really known who you are? Because the authentic you is not the roles or the physical body. The authentic you is the passionate awareness that will come forth to create experiences through these roles. So right now I speak from the authentic self. There's a way to get back to the original, which I'm not going to do today. My key today was to show you that are you authentic or inauthentic? So after this exercise, are you authentic? Yeah, and it's okay not to be authentic. It's okay because we all start from that narrative of the wrong sense of self, the wrong self-awareness, so that we can take a state of being, and from that state of being we do. Let's share mine. So this is what I'm aware of being. Not a woman, not a beautiful, not intelligent. It's my passion in the presence of I am. I'm passionate now, right now in this state, about writing on that. I'm passionate about being a podcaster, not a radio presenter. That was forced on to me. I am passionate about traveling, but to specific places because I want to understand ancient civilizations and how they showed up powerfully and build those structures from a different sense of awareness of being. And I'm also parenting consciously, not being Mama Joni. Parenting consciously. Parenting such that the next generation walks from their own sense of awareness of being. So do we agree that we all start from not being authentic? Do not blame anyone because that's the game of life. To find yourself. Exactly. Now you write again on your own because you'll sit. And let me tell you something, when you're doing this exercise, which we're going to do next, you can hit the next one, because whoever you're being, I was going to ask you about awareness of being, but you already made the awareness. Whoever sense of self you have, it will lead to the actions you will take. So right now I'm actually writing a book. But I had to first become aware of whether I wanted from my I am, my real authenticity is simply I am. Is anybody here, whenever you refer to yourself, don't you use the word I am? But I am creates two states of being. The small one, ego, and the bigger I am, who speaks from limitless possibilities, have not yet experienced. I'm going into the greater unknown to make it known. So because of that, I'm now writing a book. I'm now engaging myself in speaking to teach about what I'm writing. And even with my children, I'm conscious. I no longer impose myself on them. I just ask them, who are you feeling to? What is bubbling up? What do you desire to express? In fact, my children, all through school, I decided never to let a teacher tell me who they were being by their marks. You know, they always have this parent, I put them in another international school, they have this parent teacher. So I went when they were kids because it was just about how they interact. After that point, I stopped. Why? Because now they were giving me an idea that I was going to implant into them to tell them who to become aware of being. I always told them, go to the place of silence and find what is bubbling up. You see, we've been raised without our intuition tuned on, inspiration, where we're supposed to live from our higher, bigger self. We'll get to that. So this is what happens. Whoever you're being is what you are going to do. But we have been taught to become something in order to do it. So you cover the real, authentic you. And that's why as you're expressing life, you are hustling, you're struggling. Yes, you made it, but there is a better way. And that's what I'm trying to release to you today. It starts by turning on the key of authenticity. Next. So we're going to do another exercise. I want you to remove everything you have described yourself of being and just go to that place of silence. You're nobody right now because you've all accepted you are not authentic. Go to that place of silence and I want you to close your eyes. No one is going to steal your handbag. And just listen. Once you get to the place of silence, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you instructions. Just listen. That will also show me whether you're present in that space of silence. So close your eyes. I want you to feel and imagine that you are nothing. You are in a blank space. There is absolutely nothing. And from the bottom of your heart, I want you to pick out something that is exciting you from inspiration. It could be a place you want to go. It could be someone you want to meet. It could be something you want to create. Whatever it is that feels tangibly genuine to that person who has no identities, I want you to start making a picture of it with your imagination. For instance, me right now, I have gone to Egypt. I'm standing in the great museum in front of that monument at the entrance. I can actually feel, I don't know if it's granite, but I can feel it, but this thing is standing so huge above me. I feel like a dodo, an ant. And there's a sound of water that is flowing, and I can hear it. I can even hear the feet of people who are passing by me because I've stood in front of this monument. So for you to find wherever you want to go, I want you to touch it, feel it, smell it, or even hear it. I'll give you a few minutes to make your imagination come alive right now, wherever you've chosen to have an experience of your presence. At the count of 3, I want you to open your eyes and come back. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back. Okay, that too is also some experience for yourself. Once again, I'm going to choose 2 people to just tell us what they did or where they went, or what they created, what they engaged with. They can give us a color, smell, location, sense of, yeah, thank you. Oh, he said he went with me to Egypt. It's true. And you know, you've just passed the test. He has just passed the test. All of you have passed, by the way, because you went somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Dennis. I was in the vault.
Wow.
Actually, great money, dollars.
You can smell.
I smell the money.
Okay. Were you there alone?
Yeah.
What were your intentions?
But first come back.
Okay, one more person. At least you had mine. Yeah. One more person.
Hello, my name is Mariat. I was at one of the biggest stages performing.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
No singing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever performed before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, but this one was a big one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to fulfill it?
Yes.
Well, you just went there. I will give you the tips on how to make it happen. Because what I did to all of you is I tricked you to create an experience you desire to have. Because when it comes from you and it's an authentic desire, nothing can stop it except yourself. So here's the question. All of you are here physically, yeah? So who went where you went? No. All of you created something or went somewhere. But you were physically here, yet mentally you were somewhere else. So who was conscious of that? That is you, the invisible you. That's the authentic you who has no limits, has specific desires, has their own unique talents, and only you can unfold them. Let's go to the next one. So at least you're now aware of that. What I wanted to bring to your consciousness now is that we are either living in the linear presence or the multidimensional. The multidimensional allows you to imagine, and I'm going to say this, even time travel. I've ever time traveled before. It's not what took me to church because I thought it was demonic, but it was me leaving my body, because the real me is not the body. Yes, I did. I had a time travel. I had an out-of-body experience, and that's what led me to church. That's how I finally come to the truth of who I am. So when I left my body, I lay down one day in the evening because I had no sense of who I was. When I let go of the attachments, I floated out of my body, left the ceiling, and within a second I was in a country I do not know. And when I landed, I started asking myself, where am I? The moment I did that, I was sucked back into my body. So the exercise I did is wanting to bring to your consciousness that you're not your body, you're not your experiences, you're not your roles, you are the creator of it from the consciousness of where you are being. And let's face it, all of us have been conscious of being mere mortal and finite. The authentic you is the limitless one, is the creator, but does not use the five senses. Okay, so we normally live here, and that's why we make a living. But when you know the authentic self who can travel anywhere, you live authentically. Those are two different frequencies. This one causes hassle, tells a story. Let's go to the next page. This one causes hassle. You live life just from beginning to end, straight, linear. Five senses keep your consciousness there, and you identify with the experiences and roles. Whereas the authentic you keeps going higher. Once they're done with the experience, they go to the next experience with no fear and no doubt. So, the authentic you is the one who's aware of being multidimensional and not finite and living from the linear perspective. Can I give you a tip? When you start being aware of this dimension of you, nothing will be impossible for you. Nothing, because you speak from your authentic voice. Universe, life force, God, whatever you call it, because these days I don't label, will obey whatever you say and whatever you embody. It becomes a tangible experience. How fast? Fast, not waiting. This understanding of ourselves is what brings delays. Because if those delays are not there, some of us are still in a narrow thinking, we can harm ourselves. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention today. That powerful, effective communication happens from the authentic awareness sense of being. The limitless creator consciousness presence that creates whatever it has entangled with itself emotionally to take action. Let's go to the next.